My name is Rich Pilon. I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Saskatoon.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I played for the New York Islanders for 12 years, New York Rangers for 2 years, and the St. Louis Blues for 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
So I was pretty grateful to be able to play as long as I did. But and here I am just supporting Richie Salgado. Him and I have been friends for 30 years. So he's invited me now probably every year, and this is my first time ever attending it. So I'm pretty
Really?
excited to be here. Yeah.
I see that you guys are all having fun. I mean, I'm hearing your story of hockey. There's some tough people. There's
Yeah.
some tough athletes. And what was the biggest lesson that you've learned from hockey that you've taken off the ice and into life?
I think one of the biggest lessons that you'll always, for me and for just that, enjoy, have passion for what you do, be grateful for what you do. Every day the gift to kind of do something good.
Mhm.
This is another example of doing something good to try and support, especially Richie. He's one of those guys that has been around, St. Jude's. Now he's with the tunnels and towers, and he's always one of, when you're helping people out, you're also helping yourself. So that's one of the biggest things, I think, lessons that when you help people, you're going to have some healing also.
And what do you think people should walk away with today when they leave the course?
Well, I think hopefully with a win would be one.
That'd be good.
We're gonna hope for a win. We got 2 ringers for sure.
Yeah.
I'm carrying up the back end just in case as a relief pitcher, I would say.
Okay.
When needed, but not. There's no guarantee I can get us there. So it's going to be a fun day for us. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I like the fact that you're here, you're relaxed, you're having a good time, but you're doing it all for a good cause.
it's all for a good cause. It really is. And I do charities back home, as you see here, that it says Every Child Matters.
Yes.
So
what organization
that
is
is from back home in Canada with residential schools.
Okay.
So we had a lot of First Nation young kids were back in the day were taken away from their families, and they were actually asked to make them white, cut their hair, don't speak your language. So I do a lot of this cause for them. I do a lot of work with a lot of First Nations. My main really kind of turned into what's supposed to be a part-time thing is that I do horses and mental health. So I use horses for healing. I use horses because I went through addictions right at the end of my career, turned my life around. It's been 22 years now, and it's trying to be better every day. I show up and be better.
How important is it for us to address mental health? It seems to be a topic that comes up a lot. Even myself, I'm working on a special series where I'm giving, it's called Behind the Armor.
Behind the Armor? Okay.
Behind the Armor, Silent Conversations of Men. And one of the aspects we spoke about was the difficult time that men have in seeking mental health, or whether because they don't recognize it or they just have a hard time going into it because they don't know what it's going to look like.
Yep.
And in your journey, what have you seen in terms of mental health and men and mental health and athletes?
Well, I went through the whole thing. So I went, to keep going from your story, is that with men, usually you kind of put on the face that you got to be stronger, you got to hold the fort down. And the generation that I came with, my parents, was like, you don't talk about feelings, you bury them, you got to show up and be tough. And if your daughter falls down, you're even me as a father, you pick her up. Your son falls down, you're like, get up. You got to toughen up. Yeah, and it's not really fair and that's where it all starts. I think really is when we're raising our kids, the generational stuff. My kids are in a better place today than I was because of my addictions that I went through at the end of my career. And I talk openly about my addictions. I said, one of the things, I tried cocaine at 33 and tried to commit suicide at 36. But I had a higher power, somebody was looking over me, and so I'm very fortunate that when you want to call it a second chance, whatever it may be, it's really just another me to be able to share my story, and hopefully you help that one person that might need to hear my story.
Thank you. I appreciate you opening up here and telling us about your story and telling us, why you do what you do, and to show us that there is life beyond the finish line.
There really is. Awesome.
There really is life behind the finish line.
Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.